Hey there, plant lovers. How's your orchid garden doing these days? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how your orchids are doing. Today, I'm going to share a super simple method using things you already have at home to make your plants even healthier and more vibrant. So grab a cup of tea, relax, and let's dive in. And don't forget to give this video a like and hit that subscribe button to support the channel so we can keep bringing you more helpful gardening tips. I've been taking care of my plant, but it just doesn't seem to grow. It's been stuck like this for a long time. My plant has been in this condition for quite a while now. The leaves still have a beautiful deep green color, which usually means the plant is healthy, but something just doesn't feel right. They're drooping, kind of soft and limp, and they hang down like they've lost their energy. There's one yellowing leaf down here at the bottom. It's turning soft and starting to rot. It doesn't look healthy at all. The roots look like they're starting to rot. They feel soft and mushy instead of firm, and some of them are turning dark brown or black. It seems like they're waterlogged. Maybe the plant's been overwatered, or the pot isn't draining well. The roots are badly rotting. A lot of them have turned black and are soft and wet to the touch. Definitely not how healthy roots should be. Instead of being firm and white or green, they're dark, mushy, and falling apart. It's clear that the plant has been sitting in too much moisture for too long, and now root rot has set in pretty seriously. There's a strong smell too, and when I gently touch some of the roots, they just break apart. This level of rot can really weaken the entire plant because the roots can't absorb water or nutrients properly anymore. I'm going to remove all the old moss and replace it with fresh medium. Repotting does more than just give the plant a clean start. It also gives me a chance to really inspect the roots and take care of any problems. That way, I can create the best possible environment for healthy growth. Moss is great for holding moisture, but over time it can break down, become compacted, and stop air from reaching the roots. It can also trap bacteria and fungi, which leads to root rot. By removing the old moss, I'm improving air circulation around the roots and making sure they're not sitting in a soggy, unhealthy mess. While I'm at it, I'll take a close look at the entire root system. If I find any soft, blackened, mushy, or shriveled roots, I'll trim them off right away to stop the rot from spreading to the healthy parts. That step is super important for helping the plant recover quickly after repotting. Next, I'll carefully trim the roots. Now that the old medium is gone, it's much easier to see exactly what condition the roots are in. Not all of them are healthy, some are soft, dark, or shriveled. If I don't remove those damaged roots, they can actually slow down the growth of new ones. So, I'm going to trim away all the bad parts so the plant can focus its energy and nutrients on producing fresh, healthy roots. Trimming old, worn-out roots doesn't just lighten the load for the plant, it actually encourages stronger roots to grow back. These new roots will be better at absorbing water and nutrients, which helps the plant bounce back quickly after repotting. I'm going to remove this wilted leaf. Peel off all the excess outer layers because they will decay and cause the plant to rot. Next, I'm going to rinse the plant carefully under running water. After trimming away all the damaged and rotten roots, it's really important to wash the entire plant thoroughly. This helps remove any leftover dirt, old moss, or debris that might still be clinging to the roots or the base of the plant. Cleaning the roots like this not only makes the plant look fresh, but also prepares it to settle into the new growing medium much more easily. Another key reason for rinsing is to get rid of any bacteria, fungi, or other harmful microorganisms that might have been living in the old medium. These little pests can cause root rot or other diseases if they're left behind. By washing the plant thoroughly, I'm making sure that the plant starts off on the right foot, in a clean and healthy environment where it can grow strong and recover quickly after repotting. This step might seem simple, but it really makes a big difference in preventing future problems and giving your plant the best chance to thrive in its new pot. Now, let's take a soft cloth and gently dry the plant. Be careful not to rub too hard. Just a light, gentle touch to remove excess moisture from the leaves and roots. This helps prevent any leftover water from causing problems like mold or rot and gets the plant ready for the next steps. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to support me and never miss any orchid care tips. Pour 3 liters of water. Prepare the baking soda. It can gently raise the pH around the roots, making the environment less friendly for harmful fungi and bacteria that cause diseases. 3 teaspoons of baking soda. It's important to remember that we're using just 1 tablespoon of this mixture for every 1 liter of water. Keeping this ratio right is key because using too much can overwhelm the plant, while too little might not give enough nutrients. Stir the solution. Next, we'll carefully place the plant into the solution, making sure it's fully submerged under water. Soaking the entire plant like this allows the roots and even the base to absorb all the beneficial nutrients and vitamins from the solution. It helps the plant recover faster and promotes healthy growth by giving it direct access to everything it needs. Just let it soak for a while. This step is really important to make sure the nutrients penetrate deeply into the roots. Soak it for 20 minutes. Use about 3 tablespoons of rice. It doesn't have to be super exact, but this amount works well for what we're making. Just scoop it out, and we'll go from there. Pour 500 milliliters of warm water. Stir the solution. Soak it for 30 minutes. After soaking the plant for about 20 minutes, gently lift it out of the solution. Let's take a soft cloth and gently pat the plant dry. Be really careful and gentle so we don't damage any leaves or roots. This helps remove any extra moisture from the surface, which can prevent problems like mold or rot later on. It's a simple but important step to keep the plant healthy after soaking. After about 30 minutes, once the nutrients from the rice have fully dissolved into the water, we'll give the mixture a good stir to make sure everything is well combined. Then, we'll strain it to remove any leftover rice bits or solids, so we're left with a smooth, nutrient-rich solution. Stir the solution. Now, let's prepare some honey, about 2 small spoons. You don't need too much, just enough to add a little boost of natural sugars and nutrients to our mixture. It acts as a natural source of sugars and nutrients that help boost their energy. It can also support the growth of beneficial microbes around the roots, which improves the overall health of the plant. Pour 1,000 milliliters of water. Mix the honey with rice water. This solution acts like a superfood drink for your plants, giving them the extra energy and nutrients they need to grow strong and healthy. We'll use this nutrient-rich solution to gently wipe down the plant's leaves. The minerals and vitamins from the rice, combined with the natural sugars and antibacterial properties of the honey, work together to give the leaves a real boost. When the plant is weak or stressed, this gentle treatment can help it recover faster by stimulating new growth and strengthening the leaf tissue. The minerals from the rice, like potassium, phosphorus, and small amounts of magnesium, are essential for promoting strong cell development and helping the leaves stay firm and healthy. Meanwhile, the honey provides natural sugars that act as a quick energy source for the plant cells, supporting their function and encouraging the plant to heal itself. The plant can produce more energy to grow and thrive. Additionally, wiping the leaves removes dust and pests, which can otherwise block sunlight and hinder growth. Altogether, this method helps keep the leaves vibrant, lush, and resilient, especially during times when the plant needs extra care to bounce back from stress or damage. Now, carefully place the plant into the solution to soak. Make sure it's fully submerged so that the roots and base can absorb all the nutrients from the mixture. Soaking helps the plant take in everything it needs to recover and grow stronger. Soak it for 30 minutes. After soaking the plant for about 30 minutes, gently take it out of the solution. Then, use a soft cloth to carefully wipe the plant dry, making sure to remove any excess water. After soaking the plant in the solution, we use cinnamon on the wounds because it's like a natural shield for the plant. Cinnamon has this amazing ability to dry out cuts and prevent any nasty stuff like bacteria or fungi from settling in and causing infections. When the plant gets trimmed or has any damaged parts, those areas become vulnerable, and that's where cinnamon really steps in to protect. It's not just about drying the wound. Cinnamon also helps the plant heal faster by creating an environment that stops rot before it even starts. Using cinnamon is a gentle, natural way to keep the plant safe and healthy during recovery without needing harsh chemicals. It's like giving the plant a little first aid treatment, helping it bounce back stronger and avoid any complications. We'll take the solution we prepared, which also has baking soda mixed in, and then soak it together with pine bark. Soaking the pine bark in this nutrient-rich liquid lets it absorb all the beneficial minerals and helps release them slowly to the plant. When you soak pine bark with baking soda for growing orchids, baking soda plays a really important role. It helps balance the pH of the growing medium so that the pine bark isn't too acidic or too alkaline, creating a stable and ideal environment for the orchid roots to grow strong and healthy. It's a simple but super effective way to keep your orchids healthy and help them thrive and bloom beautifully. Soak it for a day. Next, we do the same thing with the moss. Moss contains a lot of beneficial things like organic matter, moisture-retaining properties, and natural microbes that help create a healthy environment for the orchid roots. By soaking the moss, we activate those nutrients and make sure it's clean and ready to support the plant. Soak it for a day. After soaking the moss for about a day, and once it's settled and fully soaked, we'll gently squeeze out the excess water. Doing this helps remove the extra moisture so the moss isn't too wet, which is important because overly soggy moss can cause root rot. By lightly wringing it out, we keep just the right amount of moisture to support the roots without making the environment too damp. Next, when it comes to pine bark, let's make sure to drain out all the excess water. This step helps prevent the bark from staying too soggy, which could cause problems for the orchid roots. Getting rid of the extra water means the bark will be just moist enough to provide a healthy environment for the plant to grow strong. Now that we have both the moss and the pine bark all prepped and ready, we've got the perfect mix of materials to give our plant the best growing environment. These two work together to provide moisture, airflow, and nutrients that the roots need to thrive. So, with everything set, let's dive in and start planting. It's time to carefully place the plant into its new home. Use clips to secure the plant, keeping it straight and helping the leaves spread out in different directions. This way, the plant grows balanced and looks fuller. Finally, we'll cover the roots with moss. This helps keep the roots moist and creates a cozy environment for them to grow strong and healthy. We'll give the plant a little bit of moisture to help it settle into its new home. Just enough to keep things comfy and support its adjustment without making it too wet. After 3 months, the leaves have become really healthy and vibrant. They're a deep, rich green that shows the plant is getting all the nutrients it needs. The leaves feel firm and strong to the touch, which means the plant is well hydrated and structurally sound. You can also see a nice shine on the surface, giving the leaves a fresh, glossy look that reflects their good health. The flowers bloom in a brilliant, radiant yellow that really catches your eye. Alongside the open blossoms, you can see fresh, young flower buds just starting to develop, promising even more beautiful blooms to come. It's such a vibrant and lively sight, showing that the plant is not only healthy but full of energy and life. The roots have become one of the clearest signs that this plant is in excellent health. They're thick, firm, and slightly springy to the touch, exactly what you want to see in a thriving orchid. Their surface has a vibrant green hue with silvery undertones, especially when they're hydrated, which reflects their strong ability to absorb moisture and nutrients sufficiently. You can see the roots extending boldly from the base of the plant, crawling over the moss and bark, even climbing up the edges of the pot. They're not just staying put, they're actively exploring their environment, which shows that the plant feels secure and has plenty of energy to grow. The root tips, in particular, are worth noting. They're plump, bright green, and slightly glossy, indicating that new root growth is underway and the plant is in an active growing phase. These strong, outward-reaching roots mean the orchid is well established. It can now take in water and nutrients more effectively, support new leaf and flower development, and better withstand environmental changes. When you see roots like this, you know you've done something right. This is exactly the kind of healthy root system every orchid grower hopes for. That's all for today's lesson. If you found these tips helpful, please share them with your fellow orchid lovers and your friends and family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to support us.